Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Speakology 2.0. I'm Alex, and today we're starting something that many people talk about, but very few actually complete, a 30-day roadmap to English fluency.
And I'm Ryan. Let me guess, you've started learning English before, maybe even made a perfect plan, followed it for 2 days, and then somehow life happened. Suddenly your notebook is closed, your motivation is missing, and your English is waiting patiently in the corner.
Exactly. That's why today we're not just giving you a plan, we're giving you a simple, practical, and realistic roadmap that you can actually follow for 30 days without feeling overwhelmed.
And don't worry, we're not going to ask you to study for 5 hours a day. If that worked, everyone would already be fluent.
Before we begin, let's understand something important. Fluency doesn't mean speaking perfect English.
Yes, fluency means you can express your thoughts clearly, even if your grammar is not perfect.
If you can say what you think, respond in conversations, and understand others without panic, you are already moving toward fluency.
So for the next 30 days, our goal is simple. Speak more, think more, use English every day.
Let's begin with the first 3 days. This is where you reset everything.
Step 1, stop trying to be perfect.
Seriously, perfection is the fastest way to slow yourself down.
Instead, focus on simple sentences.
For example, I am learning English. I like coffee. I need to finish my work.
Step 2, start thinking in English.
When you wake up, don't think in your native language and then translate. Just start small. I am tired. I need water.
It may feel strange at first. Your brain might even look confused for a moment.
That's normal. Your brain is just adjusting to a new habit.
Now we move to days 4 and 5. This is where things get interesting.
Yes, because now you have to speak out loud, not in your mind, not silently. Actually speak.
You can talk to yourself. Don't worry, no one is judging you. And if someone is judging you, they probably don't know you're becoming fluent.
For example, look around your room and say, "This is my desk. My laptop is open. I need to clean this later."
That last sentence is very common. Many people use it daily and never actually clean anything.
Exactly. But at least your English is improving.
Days 6 and 7 are all about listening.
Choose simple English content, short videos, podcasts, or conversations.
Don't try to understand every word. Just listen to the flow.
Then repeat what you hear. Even if you don't sound perfect, just try to copy the rhythm.
For example, if someone says, "How's it going?"
Repeat it. How's it going?
Your goal is not accuracy. Your goal is comfort.
Now we reach days 8 to 10. This is where you start building small conversations.
You don't need a partner. You can create both sides of the conversation.
For example, "Hi, how are you?" "I'm good. How about you?" "I'm doing all right, just a bit busy."
You can practice this anywhere, while walking, sitting, or pretending to work very seriously.
And if someone walks in and sees you talking to yourself, just say you're practicing for an important meeting.
Let's simplify everything into a daily routine. Morning, think in English for a few minutes.
Afternoon, speak simple sentences out loud.
Evening, listen to English and repeat.
That's it. No complicated schedule.
Now let's talk about mistakes.
First mistake, waiting until you feel ready.
You will never feel ready. Even fluent speakers sometimes feel unsure.
Second mistake, focusing too much on grammar rules.
Grammar is important, but communication is more important.
Third mistake, giving up too early.
If you stop after 5 days, your progress also stops after 5 days.
After 10 days, you may not be fluent yet.
But you will feel more comfortable using English.
You will think faster.
You will speak without overthinking every word.
And most importantly, you will stop being afraid of English.
Let's be honest, this is not magic.
You won't wake up on day 10 speaking like a news reporter, but you will notice a clear change.
Your sentences will come faster.
Your confidence will grow.
Let's start with days 11 and 12. Your focus here is simple. Make your sentences longer.
Before you were saying, "I like coffee."
Now you expand it. I like coffee because it helps me feel more awake.
Or, "I like coffee, especially in the morning when I feel tired."
You're adding more detail. You're connecting ideas.
And sometimes you might forget the sentence halfway. That's okay. Just continue like nothing happened.
Yes, confidence is not about being perfect. It's about continuing even when your sentence takes a small vacation.
Now let's move to days 13 and 14. This is where you start asking more questions.
Because conversation is not just speaking, it's interaction.
Practice simple questions like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why is this important?
Then answer your own questions.
Yes, you become both the interviewer and the guest. A one-person talk show.
For example, what are you doing? I'm working on my English.
Very productive conversation.
Days 15 and 16 are about real-life situations.
Think about daily scenarios. Shopping, ordering food, asking for help.
For example, hi, can I get a sandwich? How much does this cost?
Or, excuse me, can you help me find this?
Practice these sentences out loud.
Even if you're not in a store, just imagine you are.
And if someone sees you practicing, just act like you're rehearsing for an important role.
Now we move to days 17 and 18.
This is where you improve your response speed.
Listen to short English clips and pause after each sentence, then respond quickly.
For example, audio says, "How was your day?"
You respond immediately. It was good. I was a bit busy, but I learned a lot.
Don't wait too long. Try to respond naturally.
Because real conversations don't come with a pause button.
Now we reach days 19 and 20, and this is a big step.
You stop translating in your head.
Instead of thinking in your native language and converting, you think directly in English.
For example, instead of, I want to say this, how I say it in English,
You simply say, I'm not sure how to say this, but I'll try.
that sentence alone saves a lot of time and confusion.
Let's break it into a simple daily routine.
Morning, think and speak short sentences.
Afternoon, practice longer sentences and questions.
Evening, listen and respond quickly.
That's all you need.
By now, you've probably made a lot of mistakes.
Good. That means you're actually learning.
If you say something wrong, just correct yourself. I went to the store.
Don't stop completely. Keep the conversation moving.
Because stopping every time you make a mistake breaks your flow.
Confidence grows when you use English regularly.
Not when you think about using it, actually use it.
Speak in small moments during your day.
Even simple thoughts like, I need to reply to this message.
That counts as practice.
After 20 days, you will notice some big changes.
You will speak longer sentences.
You will respond faster.
You will feel less nervous.
And your English will start to feel more natural.
Let's be honest again. You are not fully fluent yet.
But now you're very close to real communication.
You can handle basic conversations.
And you're no longer afraid to speak.
Let's begin with days 21 and 22. Your goal here is simple. Speak without stopping too much.
Before, you were careful. You paused a lot. You thought about every word.
Now you keep going, even if your sentence is not perfect.
For example, I went to the store and I bought some food, and then I came back home.
See what happened there? A small mistake, quick correction, and the conversation continues.
No panic, no long silence, no dramatic ending of the sentence.
Now we move to days 23 and 24. This is where your English becomes more personal.
You start sharing opinions, not just facts.
For example, I think this movie is interesting.
Or, in my opinion, this is a good idea.
You can also say, I feel like this is better than the other option.
Now your English is not just correct, it's expressive.
Days 25 and 26 are about storytelling.
Yes, even simple stories. Nothing dramatic, just daily experiences.
For example, yesterday I woke up late, so I rushed to work and forgot my keys.
That sentence alone tells a complete story.
You can add more details. Then I had to go back home and I was late for my meeting.
Now you're connecting events naturally.
Now we reach days 27 and 28. This is where you talk to real people.
Friends, coworkers, online partners, anyone.
Start small. You don't need long conversations.
Even a short exchange like, hey, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
That's enough. The goal is real interaction.
Finally, days 30 and 31.
This is where everything comes together.
You stop overthinking.
You stop translating.
You just speak.
For example, I think I'll go out later because I need some fresh air.
That sentence flows naturally. No stress, no delay. Let's keep the routine simple.
Morning, speak freely about your day.
Afternoon, share opinions and tell short stories.
Evening, have small conversations or practice speaking continuously.
Consistency is more important than intensity.
Let's talk about awkward moments.
Yes, those moments when your brain suddenly goes blank.
Instead of staying silent, say something simple. Give me a second, I'm thinking.
Or, that's a good question.
These phrases help you stay in the conversation.
At this stage, fluency feels different.
You're not translating anymore.
You're not afraid of making mistakes,
You're focusing on communication.
and your sentences come out more naturally.
Even in the last stage, some mistakes still happen.
One mistake is going back to overthinking.
Another is trying to sound perfect again.
Don't do that. Keep it simple.
Because simple English spoken smoothly is better than perfect English spoken slowly.
After 30 days, here's what changes.
You speak more confidently.
You understand more naturally.
You respond faster.
And most importantly, you use English without fear.
Now the big question. What happens after day 30?
You continue.
Yes, fluency is not a finish line. It's a habit.
Keep speaking daily.
Keep listening and interacting.
And slowly, your English becomes part of your life.
Let's quickly review the full journey.
Days 1 through 10 build the foundation.
Days 11 through 20 create real conversations.
Days 21 through 30 speak naturally and confidently.
Step by step, you moved from beginner thinking to real communication.
This brings us to the end of the 30 Days Roadmap for English Fluency on English Speakology 2.0.
If you followed this plan, you've already made a big improvement.
And if you didn't follow it perfectly, that's okay. Start again.
Because progress is not about being perfect, it's about continuing.
Keep using English every day.
Even small steps make a big difference.
Thanks for listening.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.